Hello guys, today I'm going to show you WP Shifty plugin. This plugin was created by developers by Swift Performance. I have bought this plugin and I'm going to test it out. I have used it already before, but this time I'd like to show you in action. So this is the web page of that plugin. Okay, so let's take a look. I have installed some extra plugins to show how to remove some of them. So basically WP Shifty is a plugin that removes unused scripts and styles from your WordPress website on many conditions, and let me show that. So this is our website. It's a template by Cadence team. Okay, so I have already installed it, WP Shifty. If you go under tools, WP Shifty, you will find it. So this is the interface of that plugin and it works with scenarios. Okay, so let's try to do something. I will click add new scenario and it loads. And first thing, we need to add a condition. So here are all the conditions: page, post types, archives, author, search, and so on. So let's remove some scripts from the front page. Okay, so the condition is met on the home page, home URL. So it's this one. Okay, so let's try it. Save. So it will load the website here. So you can see the live preview. You can turn it off and turn it on. And on the right side, you see the plugins, you see the CSS and JavaScript. So like I said, on the left side, you see the preview of your website that you have selected. And on the right side, you see the plugins and so on. Okay, so on this page, we can try to remove some of the scripts. So for example, cart flows, you don't have it on this page. It's mostly on cart and checkout. So we can turn it off and we will see that it's loading. So and we can check it out and nothing is changed, so it's all right. So for example, if you try to deactivate Elementor, the page is gone. You see that it didn't load, but if you try to reload on the actual website, nothing is changed. So it's like preview. You can try it out and then you can apply the changes. Okay, so I'm turning it back on. Contact form, we don't have it. It's in contact page, so we can turn it off. Okay, then we have Elementor Pro and Elementor, so I'm going to leave it on. Blend forms, we don't have it, so we can also disable it. WooCommerce, let me check. So we have some buttons and we can test it out. Let's try to deactivate it entirely and see what happens. Okay, so everything looks good. Let's see the cart. Okay, so cart is gone. You see, cart is gone. So we need to turn it on and we go a bit more specific in a second. And WP forms light, we don't have it on this page, so just turn it off. Okay, everything looks good. Let's go to CSS. We have Elementor and let's see. So there is one thing that developers have created for us that helps, is the diagnostics. You can find it on their website. I will leave the link, or you can see in the right corner right now. So, and you can choose the mobile version or the desktop. So I'm working on the desktop version, so I'm going to use that. I'm going to paste the homepage URL and click start testing. It will scan our website and it will show what we can do, what we can remove, what we can adjust, and so on, or lazy load. Okay, nice. So we get the performance, we have the Core Web Vitals. And then we have Shifty tips. So we can already see so that cadence, content.min.css have some unused bytes. See used rules, so we have the rules here and so on. So and you can copy it. You see some more things like unused bytes, render blocking. Whoops, sorry. So you should consider to lazy load. You can see that in yellow that they have highlighted. So you need to override the file or you need to lazy load it and so on and so on. So this page helps a bit. Okay, let's go back. Okay, so let's remove some CSS files. Elementor icons we needed. Frontend light.min.css we needed. Post, it's our header, I believe. Post, okay. Font awesome, yes. Font awesome, solid. I think we use some icons, so we will need it. We can't remove it. Animations, we need it also. Let's check if we have some animations. Yes, we have the fade in animation, so we can't lazy load. Okay, so I will skip Elementor for now. Okay, we can try to lazy load the frontend light.min.css. We can lazy load. Let's see what happens. Okay, everything looks good. It's lazy loaded. Let's check WooCommerce. We can try to disable the blocks. On this page we don't need it, I think. Yes, the cart works perfectly. Okay, this too, it's also blocks. And WooCommerce form inline CSS we can also disable. Okay, so cart looks good. So cart works with JavaScript, so it's fine. Okay, so WooCommerce is disabled. Elementor Pro is lazy loaded. That's fine. Maybe we'll come back later to Elementor itself. Cadence. Okay, so global min.css. We can try to disable that and see what happens. Okay, so the menu is gone, so we need it. We will enable it again. We will skip it. Let's go to the second one, header. We need it. Content.min.css. So, okay, so let's go further. WooCommerce. Maybe we can disable on this page. Let's see the cart. I see it have changed, so we need it. Let's enable it. And so on and so on. You get the point. Okay, block library, we don't need it, we don't use it, so disable entirely. Google fonts. Okay, so we see two Google fonts. We will disable the Roboto. Let's check if anything have changed. No, it's fine. Okay, because we use Epilogue font or something like that. And then we have a lot of inline styles. They are really small, just a couple of bytes, couple hundred bytes. So we can skip it. It's okay, it's no problem. Okay, so let's go to let's go back to Elementor and let's try to disable some of it. Okay, the biggest file is post9.css. Let's disable it and see what happens. Okay, everything looks good. Yep, everything looks good, and it was a lot of kilobytes. Okay, let's check the iPhone version. Let's choose iPhone X. Let's see if everything looks good. Yeah, icons shows perfectly. Yeah, everything looks good. Let's go to widescreen. Okay. Also, if you don't like that it's always reloads or something, you can disable the auto reload function and go and disable everything, and then you can re-enable it. Okay, so maybe we can remove something else. Let's try to lazy load frontend.min.js. Okay, so this doesn't show, so we need it. Remove lazy load. Okay, let's move on. Elementor is very sensitive, so let's move on. Let's see what now we can. Okay, let's see. Webpack, we need it. Some inline scripts, I see. Frontend, element handler. Okay, we're going to leave it on. jQuery, it has a lot of things. So maybe just lazy load it, the biggest one. It's bytes, 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 bytes. Okay, so cart fragments, you need it, otherwise your cart won't work. Okay, let's just skip it. Let's go further. Shop spinner, I don't think we need it. So, oh, it's async, so it's fine. Core, jQuery, we can always preload it, so it removes the render blocking. jQuery migrate, we can disable it, we don't need it. Otherwise, any of your plugins requires it. You need to test it out, and so on and so on. So I'm not going to test anymore. I'm going to save and activate. Okay, let's reload the website. Let's see if anything has changed. No, everything looks good. We can try to do some diagnostics later on, but maybe first I want to show you the editor. If you select editor, you can see all things that you have disabled. Injected, you can inject some things in the head or footer or end of footer. Preload, scripts that you have preloaded, or styles or images. You can add it manually too and select the preload as, and load behavior and so on. So pretty simple, I think. We can also add some extra conditions, apply on front end, and we can also select, like, let's see what we can select more. Device, you can apply the changes only on desktop, and on mobile you can have something else. So these rules are applied on the front page and if device is desktop. Okay, and now you can add something else, so let's try that. Let's add the condition. I will use the same conditions. Front page, save, and device, phone. So on phone, I want to have some other conditions. So if it's front page and if device is phone, the conditions will apply. So you're getting a notice that says conditions are not matching with the preview, and we can click here auto configure preview, so it will just change to the phone preview. Okay, let's wait a bit. Okay, and we can do some custom things on the phone, like disable again something that you don't need. Maybe WooCommerce, let's see. Okay, yes, we can disable the WooCommerce. We can disable the Fluent Forms, and so on and so on, and you can then click Save Changes. And it's activated, and of course, if you go to the mobile version, you will see that some scripts are disabled. If you go through the code, you will see it. Okay, so you can use this diagnostics as help tool, and you have some advanced features like user roles, like customer, editor, administrator, so you can customize it a lot. Okay, so that was WP Shifty. It's a paid plugin. You need to pay 40 euros a year for one website. You have also 14 days money back guarantee. So if you like the tutorial, if you want to see some more tips and tricks, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, and bye bye.